From palace to probe. U.S. lawmaker demands answers. Meet the victims or face the questions. Epstein's storm nears the throne. A powerful new demand, just as the Epstein scandal refuses to fade. A U.S. lawmaker is now calling on King Charles to take a step no monarch has taken before: meet the survivors face to face. The request comes ahead of a reported U.S. visit by King Charles III and Queen Camilla, expected around late April, though not officially confirmed. And at the center of this growing pressure is Democratic Congressman Ro Khanna, a key figure behind the law that forced the U.S. Justice Department to release the Epstein files. Khanna is now urging the king to privately meet victims to hear directly, in their own words, how they were failed. In a letter addressed to the monarch, Khanna makes it clear this scandal goes far beyond American borders. "As you are aware, this is not solely an American matter," he wrote. And then the focus shifts across the Atlantic, because Epstein's network, according to Khanna, had deep-rooted ties to the United Kingdom, connections that still raise uncomfortable questions. Through Ghislaine Maxwell, through relationships with British public figures, and through elite social and political circles, Epstein's influence didn't just stay contained, it traveled. And that is where the controversy intensifies. These connections raise broader questions about how Epstein was able to maintain influence, credibility, and protection across borders for so long, Khanna wrote. Protection, influence, credibility. 3 words that continue to haunt this case, because the deeper investigators dig, the more those connections resurface. Members of Congress have already attempted to pull in key British figures, including the king's own brother, Prince Andrew, and former UK ambassador to the US, Peter Mandelson. Both names repeatedly linked in the wider Epstein narrative. But here's where it hits a wall. Prince Andrew, stripped of his royal titles amid the fallout, cannot be compelled by U.S. subpoena and has not responded to requests for testimony. He has, however, consistently denied any wrongdoing. A firm stance, but one that hasn't silenced the scrutiny, because the evidence trail keeps resurfacing. Files released by the U.S. Justice Department include images of Andrew with Jeffrey Epstein, along with a controversial photo showing him kneeling over a woman, her identity hidden, her face redacted. Images that, once again, reignite questions. Meanwhile, Buckingham Palace has maintained its position. The king's sympathies have been, and remain, with the victims of any and all forms of abuse. A carefully worded response, but one that stops short of committing to any meeting. And as preparations for the potential U.S. visit quietly continue, expectations are building. Reports suggest if the trip goes ahead, the king and queen will travel to Washington, meet Donald Trump, and possibly address Congress. A high-profile visit set against the backdrop of the upcoming 250th anniversary of the U.S. Declaration of Independence in July. But now, this diplomatic moment risks being overshadowed by a scandal that refuses to stay buried. Because behind the ceremonies, the speeches, and the state visits lies a darker question. Will the king step into the Epstein conversation in a way no royal ever has? Or will this remain another unanswered call in a case defined by silence, power, and unanswered questions? As pressure mounts and voices grow louder, one thing is clear: the Epstein shadow isn't fading, it's moving closer to the throne.